Today we're going to examine the differences between the three types of Aode 4R70W and 4R75W valve bodies. This transmission was introduced in 1993, sort of 92 and a half, and has gone up to production up to about almost to 2011. There are three basic valve bodies that Ford used. The first one still has the gasket on it, is an early 93 through 95. Now the one to the left of that is the 96 through 2000. And then finally we have the 2001 and up. Now, in order to tell the difference between these valve bodies, it's pretty simple. The earlier valve bodies had the very large dowel pins protruding from them. Those called, most people refer to those as called the big pins. Now, on the next version, Ford went to a smaller pin. Outside, they look the same. And some of the solenoids may be different and they may have a different connector on them. But the valve bodies themselves will interchange. And then finally, in 2001, they went to a very different valve body that, if you notice, only has two of the stiffener plates and one is omitted. The only problem with that is that high mileage vehicles, most of the time, the separator plate cracked in that area. So take a very, very close look at that area of the valve body, and if you see some spider cracks coming from that hole, you will have to get a separator plate, a new plate. You can either procure that from Ford, or Performance Automatic has a replacement plate that is actually thicker and actually has a fix to go with it so that it does not crack again. So for now, we're going to put the other ones aside. We're going to modify one of these valve bodies for a street strip application. For the most part, the modifications are the same on these valve bodies, but specific years have very specific differences. So you'll have to follow the instructions pretty closely on this one to make sure that it is modified in the correct manner. So Gerald, let's put those aside and let's start on the one valve body. I think we're going to use the 96 to 2000. Our first operation is he'll be taking the separator plate off. We'll lift the separator plate off. The gasket may stick to the separator plate or the valve body itself. Let's put the valve body aside for a moment. And the first thing we're going to do is make the correct drill modifications on the factory flex plate. So we're going to follow the instructions that come with the kit and drill the appropriate holes. Now there's several different sizes that we're going to use in this operation, so follow the directions closely on this one.